3 rectangles of fabric plus elastic equals a nice new blouse. Last year in April, it took me a while to find the picture. This morning I saw this blouse in a window in a guest shop, and it was really expensive. It was like 60 euros and it was an outlet shop. So I took my picture and I thought, well, when I have the fabric, I'll make it for sure. And I found this one at my fabric store. It was only a piece of remnant, it's not very big, but it's ideal for a blouse. And with some elastic band, it's going to be amazing. You don't need to trace that much, it's basically 3 rectangles of fabric. And what I like about this blouse is it has no shoulders. It's like a boat neckline, and I think it suits everyone. I think everyone looks good showing their shoulders. And then another thing I like is the sleeve under the elbow, which is really good for this weather. And the only thing I'm not going to be doing is that it is quite short and it has elastic band on the waistline as well, which I'm not going to do because of the bump. So I'm going to be leaving it loose, but it's easily adaptable once the bump is gone. This project is ideal for beginners, but if you're not and you know what you're doing, it's also ideal for you, because in an hour you have your blouse already made. So consider subscribing, liking and sharing, and that way you won't miss anything. I'm going to cut and close my 3 rectangles of fabric so I can make the armholes and then sew them all together to add the elastic band and hem the sleeves and bottom. I haven't got much fabric, as you can see. It's like a meter of remnant, and the fabric wasn't the roll hasn't. I don't think it was very big. It's not even 1/30, so it's quite small. But for a blouse, it's okay. So we're going to need a measurement and a half of your chest contour. Yeah, like so. And the same for the arms, and then the length you wanted it to be. And in my case, I'm going to leave it like underneath my hip line, so it's going to be like 50-55 centimeters, something like that. And the same with the arm length, which I'm going to leave under my elbow. So yes, sort of 34-35. Take into account that we're going to put an elastic band and it always comes up a little bit, so it's not straight. You want it to have movement. Good thing about this fabric is that because of the geometric pattern, I can cut following it. I'm just going to simply sew the rectangles right sides together. I was considering to do a French seam, but my fabric isn't fraying at all, so I'm going to leave it as it is. But if yours is, consider the French seam. You sew it first wrong sides together, so then when you put it wrong sides out, you sew it again and it's all enclosure. And then if you're not, you can also zigzag stitch it when you finish. I'm sewing just with a number 2 tension because my fabric is really thin and the thread is gathering it, sort of, so I put the tension down so it doesn't happen, in my case. To cut the armhole area, I'm going to measure half the sleeve I have and trace it down with a quarter of a circle, and that way it won't be bothering you here, it won't be tight. And I'm going to trace it in all of them so I can then sew it. Going to cut another one. I have just enough fabric. So silly. I just cut it with the seam on the outside. If I didn't know. Where's my brain? Where is it? Have you seen it? Because the blouse is already wrong size out, I'm going to just put the sleeves right size out so I can match right size together and sew the sleeves in the armhole area. Matching the seams. Good thing about this project is that you don't have to measure or do anything to your sleeves. You don't have to look if your sleeve is the right one or the left one or which side it goes. It's just rectangles of fabric, so it's easy enough. Let me sew this sleeve again. So this is already done. I have the arms in, the sleeves, but I can't try it on because it hasn't got an elastic band, so it will fall down. But I can hem it, I can hem all the neckline with a thin double hem as well as the bottom of the blouse, not the sleeve because I'm going to put elastic. I have little pieces of elastic band I'm going to use for the sleeve, so just measure. It depends on the strength of your elastic, so measure yourself and see whether that is not constricting, that is comfortable to wear, and that way it won't be unbearable, because there's nothing worse than something tight in this life. And this is really easy to do because we can do it straight on the sleeve. We don't need to insert it or anything. And it looks really good. And for the elastic band that goes all around the neckline, the same. I'm going to measure myself with it, not with the measuring tape, so I can see how comfortable it is and that I'm not really tight. And this way I'm going to cut so I can close it again. And now to sew it together, I'm going to close it and then I'm going to sew it like in the picture at 3 centimeters below the hemline, so it has this bit of ruffle. If you like it on top, well, on top. And then I'm going to close it on the right side with a zigzag stitch. This way I can then enclosure it like I did on this blouse, which is really comfortable. You don't have the elastic band on the inside, you don't see it, and it's nice and comfy to wear. So I'm going to do this and then close it in. So this is the final project. I really like the result, and what I like the most is that once the bump is gone, I can easily fix it. I can add the elastic band on the waistline and I can wear it again a bit tighter. I don't want anything tight right now. I'm okay like this. So let me know down in the comments what you thought. It's ideal to wear with leggings. This one still fit me, sort of. They're a bit tight, but they are okay. And it's really comfy, really comfy. So let me know down in the comments what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Qué sol. El micro.
La espalda, las mangas. Tiene un brazo como apuntándose, llenando algo.
Gatazo.